Hey, what's up, fight fans? So this Saturday, we've got the rematch of Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk. And I'm hearing what different people are saying. It's you know, we can all say certain things from outside of the ring, but when you're in the ring and when the moment is at hand, it is a completely different thing. In my heart, I want AJ to win, but we all know that Alexander Usyk is a master technician. Um, and let me just say some stuff about the fight. You see, Alexander Usyk, he knows how to use his angles. He knows how to feint. He continuously is moving that head, so he's a hard target to hit. He's a southpaw. He's good on the left. And I know AJ has said that he's been training with a lot of southpaws to try to get familiar with the different places and different shots that he can lay off on a southpaw. But fighting somebody like Usyk is draining. I tell you why, because one, he's physically, his stamina is on point. He has great stamina, so I believe he'll take, everyone's saying that he'll take 6 rounds, 7 rounds. I think he'll take AJ the full mile. But it's mentally draining to fight somebody like Usyk because you have to be alert. AJ has to be so alert, watching what Usyk is doing, watching the foot movements, the angles, the feints, the left hand. It can be draining. If you're fighting, if it's a boxer, if it's somebody like David Chisora that you're fighting, who's got that sluggish boxer mentality, you kind of just throw the punches, lay up your punches, lay up the jabs, but you kind of anticipate where this guy is going because his style is pretty much set. Even though Usyk's style set, it's coming at different times, different paces. It's very unsettling, and so just having the mental focus to focus on this guy for 12 rounds is a lot already. Let alone the throwing of the punches and that. One of the things I think AJ needs is he's going to have to develop his stamina, which I'm sure he's been working on. Because in the first fight on the 12th round, he was burning out. He was burning out before that because Usyk was taking the mile. But he needs to work on his stamina, which I believe he's done. Everyone's saying that he needs to go in there more hungry. I believe that's true, and I believe he will go in there more hungry. But I disagree with everyone saying that he just needs to go in there and rough up Usyk. I think Usyk's expecting that. Usyk is expecting AJ to come in there and try and mishandle him and rough him up. And I think AJ needs to do that, but I don't think he needs to do that as soon as the bell rings because that's just too predictable. I think he needs to break down and he needs to chop away at Usyk. He needs to use that jab. And I said it's easier said than done, but I believe he needs to use that jab and keep Usyk at the end of that jab, box him from the outskirts because he's got the reach. And AJ's good at setting up combos. So I think everyone's talking about him being a puncher. As well as him being a puncher, I think he's going to need to use his feet and needs his stamina so that he can switch in and fight in the in circle of with him and Usyk laying up the combos, but then back out to keep him at the end of that jab. And Usyk will be doing the same. Usyk's not an easy target to hit. And then where he can, then rough him up, chop him down, take those shots to the body because Usyk's head is continuously moving. So he's probably going to have to chop away at the stomach, break him down, in and out with the foot, keeping that hand up to jab him off. Because let's face it, AJ's physique, he's gifted. He can keep Usyk back with that jab. He has the power to do it. He has the physique to do it. And I'm rooting for AJ. Everyone's saying that Usyk's won this one. The problem is this as well. Boxing is unfair. If Usyk does win, then, everyone's going to rubbish off AJ. But let's not forget, Usyk is a great boxer. And then everyone's going to hype Usyk, say that, oh, look, he's done what Evander Holyfield's done, changing weights, and he's come up from his weight now, and how he's taken on AJ and he's taken the belts, yeah, people are going to hype up Usyk. But if AJ wins, you also have to hype up AJ. He's had 2 losses, sorry. I'm hoping when he's not going to try and come as he did with the Ruiz 2 fight, where he was jabbing Ruiz, and then every time Ruiz got in a circle quite close to try work the body, he would grab Ruiz. I think he knows he can't do that with Usyk, but I think when AJ wins this fight, I'm predicting it now, that people, you have to respect him. I believe he's evolving as a boxer. I believe he needs to keep away from trying to appease and show people what the people want. He just needs to be him, do it for him. But people are not going to give him as much credit, I don't think, as it would be if the shoe was on the other foot, if Usyk wins. And that's a shame. But AJ, I'm rooting for you. I believe you've put the work in. You've both put the work in. Usyk is a formidable foe. He's been in war. His country's going through so much. He's put on the size. People are questioning whether the size is going to slow him down. I don't think he will. I don't think he's stupid to do that. I don't think he will be silly to do that. It's all about the body conditioning. I think he's got good people in his corner. Both have got good people in their corner. I think it's going to be a great fight. But I'm predicting AJ to win. How? I would like to say by knockout or stoppage. But you get back to me. I know somebody's going to comment and say something, but I'm ready for it. Don't worry.